All right, let's talk about something huge in the web development world, the Next.js app router. And I want to be super clear right from the start. This isn't just a simple update. Nope, this is a massive, fundamental shift in how we're going to be building web apps.
I mean, just look at this quote from our analysis. A fundamental re-architecture. That says it all, doesn't it? It's a strategic pivot. What that really means is we're flipping the script. We're moving away from a world where everything runs on your user's phone or computer by default to a world where everything runs on the server first. That one change? Well, it changes pretty much everything.
So that's the real question, isn't it? All this high-level talk is great, but what does it mean for you on a Tuesday morning trying to get a project done? Well, that's what we're going to break down. We're going to get into the core ideas, what actually changes in your code, and what this whole server-centric future is all about.
Okay, first things first. To really get the app router, you have to understand its engine. And that engine is a brand new piece of tech from the React team called React Server Components. You'll hear them called RSCs. Honestly, if you only remember one thing, remember this. It's the key to the whole thing.
And there's the magic trick. RSCs are born on the server and they die on the server. Their code, their logic, any big libraries they use, none of it ever gets sent to the user's browser. This is a direct shot at one of the biggest headaches in web dev for years, huge JavaScript bundles that make websites feel slow and clunky.
So the app router just completely flips the old model on its head. With the old Pages router, you could pretty much assume everything was happening on the client. Now, with the app router, everything is a server component by default. If you want something to be interactive, to have state, to respond to a click, you have to tell it to be. You have to explicitly opt in by putting use client right at the top of your file.
This table just lays it all out so perfectly. It shows you the network boundary. On the server side, your components can talk directly to databases, use secret API keys, and best of all, they add zero, literally zero, to your user's download size. But they can't do things like use state or on-click. For that, you need a client component. It can handle all the interactivity and browser stuff, but, and this is the trade-off, it adds to that bundle size.
Okay, so we've got the why down. We understand server components. Now let's get into the how. Because this new way of thinking, well, it comes with a totally new way to structure your project.
The first thing you'll notice is routing. In the old world, a file, like contact.js, would create the contact web page. Simple enough. But now, with the app router, it's folder-based. You make a contact folder, and inside that, you put a page.js file. It might seem like a small change, but for organizing complex, nested routes, it's a game changer. Your folders literally become your URL structure.
And it gets better. Along with this new folder structure, we get these awesome special files. Need a navbar that stays on every page? Pop it in a layout.js file. Want a loading spinner to show up automatically while your data loads? Just create a loading.js file. It's magic. Need to catch an error in just one little part of your app without taking down the whole page? Yep, there's error.js for that. These are common problems we've all solved 100 times, and now the solutions are just built right in.
Oh, and this, for a lot of us, this is the absolute best part. Remember those special functions, get static props, get server-side props? Gone. They're just gone. Because your components are now running on the server, you can just write async await to fetch your data right inside the component that needs it. It's so much simpler, so much cleaner. Your data logic lives right next to your UI logic. It just makes sense.
All right, so for everyone out there who spent years working with the good old Pages router, this next part is for you. Let's put these two side by side. Seeing it all laid out like this really makes the new way of thinking click.
But first, just remember this. This isn't just about a few new file names. We're talking about two completely different philosophies. The Pages router was built with a client-first mindset. The app router, it is proudly, unapologetically, server-first. And every single difference we're about to see flows from that one core idea.
I mean, just look at this table. You start to see the pattern, right? Where the Pages router made you write custom code for layouts or loading states or error handling. The app router just gives you a structured built-in solution. Layout.js, loading.js, error.js. It's definitely more opinionated, but it's also way more powerful for building a real full-stack application.
So what's the bottom line? Why do all of this? Well, it's for this right here. All of these changes, this whole server-first philosophy, it leads to one huge real-world benefit. The amount of JavaScript you send to your user is almost always smaller. And smaller bundles mean faster websites. It's that simple. A better, snappier experience for the people actually using your site.
This all sounds pretty great, right? But it brings us to maybe the most important question. What should you and your team actually do about it? How do you move from the old way to the new way?
Well, the advice from the experts is actually really practical. If you're starting a new project tomorrow, use the app router. Period. It's the future. But, and this is huge, for your existing projects, do not panic. Don't plan some massive, scary rewrite. The beautiful part is that both routers can live together in the same project. You can migrate slowly, one page at a time, at your own pace.
And you're not just flying blind when you do decide to migrate. As our research shows, there's a clear roadmap, a step-by-step checklist you can follow. It breaks this big, complex task down into smaller, much more manageable chunks. It takes the fear out of it.
But let me leave you with this last point, because it might be the most important. The hardest part of adopting the app router isn't changing a few lines of code. It's changing the way you think. It's that mental model shift. For all the team leads and managers listening, investing time in training and really understanding the why behind server components, that is the absolute key to making this successful.
And that's really where we land. The app router isn't just a new feature. It's a signpost pointing to where the web is going, a future that's faster, more powerful, and built on the server. So the only question left to ask is your team ready to build it?